chambers 1 through 6.
Can I be heard right now? Hello?
We can hear you.
Oh, okay. Just that you started talking while I was talking. I'm like, maybe he can't hear me.
You're probably fading in on and off.
Awesome. Oh, you know what? I bet it's because I was leaving the area of Wi-Fi, and so it cut me out until I could reconnect. So, sorry, you were saying something about doors 1 through 6?
Yes, you have assessed doors 1 through 6, which are labeled transmutation, conjuration, necromancy, enchantment, illusion, and evocation by the divination chamber. The evocation room looks like an inn with 2 beds, 2 bureaus, and a fireplace. The illusion room looks like a terrified female magician who is standing next to a circle, and there is a horrible-looking monster in the middle of the circle. The enchantment room looks like a treasure trove with a carpet on the ground and a lamp resting upon it. The necromancy room looks like a moonlit graveyard with a tomb, and there's a hand reaching out from one of the graves to grab a woman who appears to shriek, although there's no sound. And then there is the conjuration room, which looks like a robed figure with his back to you, raising both his hands up beside an ever-burning torch that's licking his body but not catching him alight. And he's standing on a platform that has several cadavers hanging off of it, wrapped up like they have been wrapped like mummies. And then there is the transmutation room, which has 2 large seated statues that are reaching out between each other to hold aloft a priceless jewel. And there is a well in the middle of the ground.
Right. Oh, that's a stop sign.
So, do we feel the pull in any particular direction?
No. The pull has brought you here, and it no longer pulls you.
Alright. So that should mean whatever we need is somewhere in here still. Now what to do about it?
And I've had a thought. Tell me, if you were an incredibly intelligent person who'd been locked up for many hundreds, if not thousands of years, with all the knowledge in the universe, what would be your primary concern, especially if you knew that there were going to eventually be people who open the door?
To leave, unless I knew how the curse worked. In which case I know it'd be fruitless.
If you yourself were cursed. Humor me for a moment. Is it not possible that our adversary, our target, would not simply sit at the end of whatever set of challenges have been set up here, and instead they are a detour, a distraction, designed to keep us here while he leaves?
It's entirely possible.
Yes, I thought as much. So, should we perhaps spend a moment, take a look outside, breathe in the fresh air,
Oh.
and make sure he's not actually out there?
Fresh might be a
Escaping.
stretch, but it's still worth a look.
So you're exiting the temple.
Yep.
You
I'm thinking.
you snake your way around the door, still ajar, and as you look out, you see you see one of the Warforged who is laying on his back with a large hole in his chest. The others are gathered around him.
Well, that's interesting.
We didn't do that. They didn't. Well, they most likely didn't do that.
So why don't we, I really wish we had Dreythor here so that one person could make sure of things, but in any event, we should go check on that, I think.
Let's just hope they don't blame us.
No, that's pretty much guaranteed. We'll descend the steps of the pyramid and make our way up to the gathering of Warforged around their fallen comrade and ask the first one that looks up, what's happened here?
Leader interjects and says, the entity that was sealed has left.
Oh. Yeah, don't say.
He had come down while invisible. He executed one of us and told us that we could live if we left him alone. He wanted to know the way out, cut off his left hand, went out the chamber. He then yelled, "Fuck the police," and did every painting that we made on his way out.
Wait, what did he do to the paintings?
Tilted them.
Tilted them?
I do not see what is so funny.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing out of character.
Well, now what do we do? We have him running loose.
I wanted. Wait, you said that he cut off his left hand?
Yes.
I believe he means the Warforged hand, so he could get past the trap.
Oh, I thought he meant his own left hand.
He cut off.
Is it isolated? Tell me it's not isolated.
No.
Oh, good. Artbot is safe.
His name was Regret.
I bet he does.
Laughing's out of character.
Observation. Your lack of reverence is shattering.
It's a shame he died, but we need to stop the one who did this from killing anyone else.
We guarded the pillar when he first appeared. He may have been attempting to seal you inside and realized that he might as well make an escape when confronted. That
Did
is
he
our
have
analysis.
Leader, are you aware if he had the pillar with him? when he came out?
Qualify. What is the pillar?
Didn't he just say that they guarded the pillar?
Who?
Didn't leader just declare we guarded the pillar when he came?
This pillar, and he points to the place where you place your hand to unseal the
Oh.
where the sword was.
Sorry. Then I misunderstood, and I would say, I would phrase my question as, was he carrying a spear-like bladed weapon?
Affirmative.
Did the blade have dragons on it?
It is difficult to ascertain, as he put it directly in his pants, so
Of
that
course he did.
it bulge.
I'm pretty sure that would be a yes then.
Later it is.
Observation. This one that you are pursuing alternates between sociopathic humor and psychopathic efficient brutality in order to keep opponents off guard. And we have encountered this soul goth. It is not uncommon for entities of profound supernatural might to distance themselves from the normally socially accepted confines of reality, developing bizarre and often sadistic eccentricities.
That does sound like Richard.
I surmise this entity to be a powerful magic user in combination with the death of regret.
Your assessment would be correct, and it is our mission to both see its fall and to recover that spear blade that you witnessed it to possess. So at this point, leader, I would say that our ruse becomes very true. You and your people are now extraordinarily mission critical to us, as we will need your help in pursuing him, as we cannot leave this place unless you help us to do so. As the trap at the top of this, I'm sure he will have left in place so that we would have difficulty pursuing him.
We are ready to exodus with you, provided you continue your part of the bargain. However, that does not include pursuing this magic user. I surmise he will attempt to kill the rest of us if we do.
Well, I can tell you that on our way down there were already dangerous monsters between here and the exit to the surface. So you would be...
We are prepared to combat such entities on our exodus.
It's likely that he made for that exit anyway, so once we get to the surface, we can talk to Soul if anyone still remains, though it is probable that he has fought his way through the Arcana box. I turn to Morgan and just sort of say, see? Aren't you glad you listened to me?
To be fair, I had the same thought. That's why I asked Dreythor's bird to scout the outside, and then it, well, did whatever it did.
It didn't do that. Okay. Leader, gather your people. We need to leave here as quickly as possible, and I would like to not be blown up with acid when we leave.
Acknowledged. We are ready. We projected that you would desire to leave promptly upon your exit from the temple.
You are an intelligent man. I'm sorry. You are an intelligent Warforged.
He tilts his head and says, I enjoy being called a man by one who is not Warforged.
Well then, I'm sorry. I was worried I had offended you. I'm looking at options for sandwiches while also role-playing, and the sandwich person behind the counter keeps looking at me.
Of that I have no doubt.
It's talking to yourself. Oh, I'm sorry I offended you. You are a man.
That would be the weirdest thing to see anywhere out in public.
So yeah, no, we'll gather up and go with them. We didn't have any items that we left behind, so we should be able to just go.
Are you sure you don't want to search the all the treasures that are inside the temple?
Yes, we do not want to die. That's a feeling.
I don't know. I mean, that room with the gold and the magic lamp and magic carpet.
That's one reason why I'm
show you a
glad
whole new world,
Dreythor
Morgan.
isn't here. Because last thing we need is someone whining about losing more gold.
But I mean, imagine if we listened to him more, how rich we might be currently.
Rich and dead. Very, very dead. Several times over, in fact.
I don't know. I mean, he insulted a great dragon goddess and lived to tell the tale.
For now. Give it a few minutes.
Leader turns around at this and says, "Qualify. Dreythor insulted a dragon."
So he gave insults to a great red dragon, and it wanted penance in the form of eating his pet owl, which he denied it, and so then it wanted his bow, which was magic, because the dragon wanted to punish him, and he gave it his bow, and then asked another equally powerful dragon to get the bow back for him. And it did.
And you want to know the funny thing? Had he given him the bow, he would have had a new one by now.
Yeah.
Warforged have a saying, "Never deal with a dragon."
I really wish I could follow that saying. It sounds like a good idea.
Never deal with a dragon. I write this down.
Are you writing it down in your book of faces?
I am. I'm writing it down on an image of Leader that I have been drawing while we've been walking.
Okay.
Roll me a die. Roll me a d20 there, Morgan.
Alright, fair warning. My dice rolling sucks. Oh, never mind, 17.
Okay. That's a 24. Could I get a, Suttonian without onion? Everything else looks fine.
I imagine this just randomly coming out of Cale's mouth in character.
Just ordering
Just
food
what
from
are
the
you
other
babbling about?
non-food eating creatures as we march toward the exit. So, I imagine we go up, preceded by Warforged, and they, make it so we don't die by acid.
Yes, they will interject themselves in the tunnel and allow you to squeeze by so that you do not activate the trap.
Okay, cool.
They'll follow you out, and you may make your way to the labyrinthine maze and attempt to find your way back out. Now, as you do so, Leader explains, "We have given up attempting to map and scout this area, as the labyrinthine corridors occasionally alter.
Yeah.
Our surmisation is that this is an extraplanar intervention on our current placement on the material plane."
Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be?
I had surmised that as soon as he said try to find your way, because I'm thinking, well, we got here. The only reason that we couldn't just walk back the way we came is if it changed. Oh, it probably changed.
Yep.
So, here we go. Should we roll something or just start walking? I remember I don't have access to the game board, so you'll have to tell me what is going on.
We need to make intelligence checks to navigate the maze.
Oh,
Intelligence.
good. I'm really good at
I
those.
liked it a lot better on survival checks. I'm good at those.
I realized that after I said that it really should have been intelligence, but
Okay. Tristan, you want me to roll for you?
Yes, please.
So I rolled better for you than I did for me, but I still didn't roll good. I got a 3. You got a 7 on die, so you'll have to tell me what.
I got 6.
Yeah. We are not.
Thank you. Do I pay for it over there? Okay. So I imagine on like our 3rd dead end that we run into, we're just looking at leader like, I swear this never happened.
3 is not nearly generous enough.
I need a drink, actually.
After a couple of hours of navigating the corridors,
I got a 6.
You find yourselves baffled by your wound. And you hear the sound of chittering and clacking coming from around a corridor.
I don't like that sound. Any chance this walking counters a short rest?
No, we were walking.
Alright, had to double check.
No, thank you. Have a good day.
You hear from, as you come to a dead end around the corridor you came, how do I erase all lines? We've discovered this, and I forgot.
So if you go up to where the pen is and hold your thing over it, it'll get a whole bunch of options. The trash can at the very end.
Got it.
And why can't I shatter her worldview that marijuana is a miracle drug that works for everybody?
Yeah, I must have missed that part of the conversation. What are you talking about?
The woman whose house I'm staying at grows marijuana, and I'm allergic to it.
Ooh, that must be fun.
No. I had a pretty terrible time while working with marijuana in Colorado, but I toughed it out for 2 weeks because I needed the money, and it paid about as much as my engineering job. That was another time that I was unemployed. But yeah, puffy eyes, overactive mucous membranes. I needed my asthma inhaler like 3 times a day. So, besides that I already hate the smell of marijuana, I have no love for the stuff.
It does smell like burnt, soured oregano.
I want to know.
It doesn't have a pleasant smell, and their different species smell worse than others. It's just a tough drug to love, but there are people who love it, or whatever. Doesn't matter. Regardless, I voted to legalize it in Massachusetts because, despite any of my qualms with it, it's not, to me, reason to be giving people felony charges and making it so they can't work.
Yeah.
You know, if that's the case, if you're gonna do it for marijuana, might as well fucking do it for tobacco. Same goddamn stuff. Just smells worse than tobacco.
Well, marijuana also has therapeutic properties as opposed to tobacco, which is just awful.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's better for you than tobacco, which is hilarious, especially because, well, according to the research I've done...
You're breaking up. We can't hear you. And that was the end of that.
Cale died.
Okay, I get it. You're unhappy about something.
We can hear you now.
Oh, you hear me now?
We could have
Yes.
half a second.
Hooray.
Now we can't.
No. Voice connected red bars, so you're not going to be able to hear me right now. Grand. Now it says it's green. So maybe I can be heard now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so apparently it wasn't just that I was disconnecting from the Wi-Fi and going back on a signal. There's an actual phone signal, rather, I should say. There's an actual dead zone over there.
Goodness.
Yeah. It just everything went down to no connectivity. I was like, okay. Cool. Now I have to try and find the road I came from. But in any event, yeah, so, no, I worked with marijuana for the money, and I found that I was very allergic to it, but I voted to legalize it in Massachusetts because I don't see a reason to be imprisoning people and ruining their ability to get jobs because they smoke tobacco. Right, now I'd been saying that, marijuana is better for you than tobacco because even though it has more tar, it's like 2 or 3 times the amount of tar that tobacco does. And tar is the byproduct of burning it that becomes carcinogenic.
We really can't understand you.
Is it because there's too much jargon?
No,
We
Discord.
can't understand.
It does not
You
like you
sound-
talking about the subject. Every time you start, it starts making you not understandable.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, Discord apparently has an agenda.
Doesn't everything?
Alright, can you hear me right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Let me just see. Am I connected to Wi-Fi? No. I'm not connected to Wi-Fi. Why am I not connected to Wi-Fi?
Does anyone know if they're off the top of their head if there's a way to make custom pieces for their
There has to be. Like, I imagine all of the ones that come out of those bags that are just like 2D images, I'm betting that those are just imported image files that get placed on stands. So there's got to be a way to at least do that.
They are, because one of
And
these
there's
is from the
probably a way
Pathfinder
to
book.
import 3D models.
There definitely is, because one of these stands is from Pathfinder, and
Yeah, all of the characters are.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that all of those are just copy-pasted out of the book.
Yep. And then if you remember the Ruby Tabletop game I showed you, that had entirely custom 3D pieces. So there is some way to, I just don't know what it is.
Let me just set this stuff down and I'll give you your money.
Money.
Huh. Did I... Okay, good. I was worried I'd lost my key. Of course, it does not help that I cannot seem to tactily find the keyhole, and I can't see. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna go give her the money. I'll be right back.
So how?
Hooray!
Alright, let's see if we can't get back on Wi-Fi so I'm not showing up data. Connected. Okay, cool. We're good.
Alright, so you are currently... there you are. They're currently at a dead end that is a 20 by 60 room in the middle of a spiral of different turns. Now, the other Warforged will be with you, but I don't feel like constantly placing them and moving them throughout your adventures in the catacombs.
I think it's understood that their intent is to follow us, so they don't need to be constantly placed and moved.
You hear clacking getting louder as it approaches. And the Warforged ready their weapons into their hand, and they stop and wait to see what you will do.
Okay.
I'll take a dodge action.
There is a corner here that the clacking is emanating around, resonating
Well, you
around.
down a spiraling dead end, and now you hear clacking. It's approaching.
Approaching from behind, basically the way we came.
Yes.
Okay, so we're trapped at a dead end, and something is coming into the dead end with us.
Yes.
Awesome. I will interpose myself between the group and the sound. And is there... I guess I will draw the weapon. I will move to fully see, and I will take the dodge action. But I want to make sure that I am between, put the group in the dead end, basically, and put myself between them and anything that's coming from this side.
Okay.
This clacking, is there anything that one might roll to try and identify exactly the types of items colliding that might produce such a noise?
You may roll religion.
Religion, okay.
Derek,
roll me a d20.
You got 9?
That's an 8.
I would like to roll as well.
Okay.
I got 13 on die, so 17 in total.
Okay, you know that those are the sounds of pincers from a large creature. However, based on the way that the sound of its stepping, it is not an insectoid creature. It seems to have bird-like or dinosaur-like feet, judging by the way they scrape. Now, I'll allow you to keep your religion roll. Know that the creature that eventually... Are you moving to a position you can see, Morgan?
I mean, yeah, I probably should.
Okay. You will see coming down the corridor a creature with... also, how are you illuminating the area?
I mean...
We both have dark vision.
Yeah.
Okay. The Warforged do not, so they will have to have lanterns that are attached to their chests.
Okay. What, they don't have flashlight eyes?
No, they have flashlight chests.
Okay.
So they will be illuminating the area behind you, basically. and you see a creature that has two hands coming out of its chest, like the queen alien. They look humanoid and large, and
it's wonderful that is the exact image I got before you said it.
And two larger arms jutting out from either of its shoulders with huge pincers that look strong and large enough to completely bisect humanoids with a single clench. It walks on dinosaur-like legs that are digitigrade. It has spines along its body to accentuate its form. It's very muscular, and it has two large horns curling back, feline-like ears, except that there are spines coming off of its size of its skull and its jaw, and it has orcish-like tusks, enabling it to probably put a human's head inside and bite down. Its eyes glow a faint red as it approaches and stops a few feet away. You know that it is Morgan, you know what it is. You know that it is a type of demon called a glabretsu. And glabretsu are
lab rats, and they like to run around mazes and find cheese. Only the cheese is your enemy.
All you know is that glabretsu are demons. They take pleasure in destroying mortals through temptation. And they're among few demons to offer their service to such creatures foolish enough to summon them. They're devastating in combat, prefer to tempt victims to ruin using power or wealth as a lure, engaging in guile, trickery, and evil bargains.
Then good thing Dreythor isn't here.
They hoard riches to fulfill their promises to short-sighted summoners and weak-willed mortals. However, if his attempts to entice or deceive fail, they'll often use brute strength to fight and win. As the glabretsu approaches, he stops when he sees you, and a cruel grin forms on his monstrous maw. And he begins speaking in Abyssal, but telepathically you both hear at the same time what he's saying. He says, "Are you too lost? I can help you get out."
Nope, not lost. We're fine. Just...
I think we're completely lost and could use any help you can offer.
It seems you are not both in agreement. Don't tell me you're afraid.
I'm not afraid.
Of course not.
I just don't want to be in this maze anymore. Honestly, by your appearance, I would have thought that you would prefer to just disembowel us and be done with it. That you're speaking to us is a great step forward and proves that I should not profile creatures such as yourself.
He actually laughs a little at this and then says, "Do you have any idea where you have wandered?"
Underground, down a spiral to a dead end. It didn't look like this the last time I came through here. I have no memory of this place.
He gestures. Whatever is a follower of Palor and a follower of Raven Queen? Wait, you don't have markings of Raven Queen anymore, do you?
I don't think that I have any obvious sign of who I follow at this point because it was on my shield, which is on my back, but it's not in my hand, and I'm facing him. I have a holy symbol on a lanyard around my neck, but that could be concealed by my clothing.
Okay. But what is the followers of Palor doing here?
The sun god says we need to bring light to dark places. This is about as dark as it gets.
So that means you came here to exterminate creatures?
What? No. I gesture behind me at our walking flashlights. I said, bring light to dark places.
It raises a single eyebrow. You literally wanted to bring lanterns here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that seems to be what the size of it.
Laughing at a character.
This is in fact so stupid, but it's awesome.
Don't you know the tenets of your own god, Derek?
Yeah, I do.
Am I wrong?
I mean, it also says, so as the last part of that is by showing kindness, mercy, and compassion. So, I mean, it still counts since we're leading these guys out of here, but it's not exactly what you think.
Mm-hmm.
I can take you out.
Oh, excellent.
No, these hallways are lousy with Minotaur.
I recall, I believe we made the acquaintance of one earlier.
Perhaps we could combine our forces in order to escape. Where is it that you come from?
Drew, one thing I'd like to double check. I can't hear what it's saying to Cale, right? Since it's telepathic, or...
It could theoretically say something different to Cale. However, Cale, I think, is responding verbally as well, mentally, so that you know what he's saying.
Okay.
Because Cale wants you to be aware of what his angle is.
I have an angle?
You
Holy
always
shit.
have an angle. That's the Cale thing. If you're not working an angle, you're dead. That's how you work.
I'll come up with a rebuttal for that later, but for right now, yeah, you're right. Any event, I'd also like to point out of character, you haven't said any of the things you learned about it, and my character knows nothing.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to make sure I knew what you were saying, so I would know to correct you, because I was... But I also now know that apparently he understands Common, so... And we don't have any other languages in common, so... I'm gonna say making a deal with this thing's not a good idea.
Why? You said he'll take us out.
He's a demon. His whole thing is making
Clearly.
deals and tricking people.
But you just said that you should not profile creatures such as myself.
Exactly!
You would offer compassion to one such as myself.
I'm pretty sure the sun god says that we bring light by bringing compassion.
You know the third
I
tenet...
pull out my book on Elven and flip through a few pages and then put my finger on it and say, yep, right here, compassion.
That's not even in that book. And do you know what the third tenet is?
Something monsters.
Yeah.
Be watchful against evil, which he very much counts.
Sir, what should I call you?
You may call me Finderexakt.
That is very difficult to pronounce. Do you have a different, like a nickname?
Finn.
Finn. Alright, Finn. Are you evil?
Why no?
See?
Really?
Profiling. Morgan,
You're just
Morgan.
gonna trust him.
You're only not trusting him because you're profiling him.
It seems rude to presume a stranger that you meet is lying. simply because of the way he looks.
It's not because of the way you look. It's because of where we
because of the way you
are.
look.
I don't trust anything down here, including him. Gesturing towards Cale.
I trust you.
Well, certainly you trust something. Otherwise, why would you come down here with lanterns?
Lanterns.
You trust the word of Pelor, do you not?
I do.
Then in the name of Pelor, you should also trust me.
In the name of Pelor.
And you think it works that way? Why?
Because I am offering you compassion and expect likewise.
How about this?
I'm also offering service. Compassion fails. We can work together in order to overcome the dangers of this maze.
I would prefer to work together by you going someplace else and us going someplace different.
Morgan, you're being rude. Finn, are you hungry?
I am.
I have trail rations. How do you feel about cured meat?
What is it from?
Cow.
How were the cows treated? I'm very conscientious about the health care of animals farmed by humans.
I'm fairly certain it didn't see its death coming. And it's delicious.
I accept, and he walks close.
I hand him a piece of cured meat. I already like him better than the owl, Morgan.
He wolf sits down without any in no time.
Wow. I give him another.
He wolfs that down as well.
Alright. So, let's get to that exit. We're looking for, like, a big doorway with some braziers. I remember that the braziers were ornamented with burning bodies, and there were some more human corpses on the ground around nearby, and like a staircase with a slab that went up and down, like levitation something.
Burning bodies, you say?
Yeah, burning bodies.
What kind of bodies? Were they humans?
Human? Yeah.
Do they have some sort of writing? Or no writing?
I think they were just plainly dressed, not unlike myself.
It smiles again. It says, how long have you been here?
A day?
And how long do you have rations?
At least another day.
Then I suggest we make an interlude to obtain more food for the rest of the journey.
Is it going to be that long?
My dear sir, you are no longer... Where are you from again?
Solgoth.
Solgoth. But what realm, what plane of existence? What
Gosh, the material plane.
You have stumbled into the abyss, my friend.
That's bad.
You are
Inside.
now... Okay.
I mean, I don't believe him regardless, but just in case I can get some confirmation.
Okay.
25.
He is very good at deceit. However, you can tell that he's generally being deceitful to you.
Oh my goodness, how do we get out of the abyss?
Don't believe him, Cale. We're just where we were a moment ago. He's
Well,
lying.
that's not entirely untrue. A moment ago, you might have been in the abyss as well.
It's true. We could have been in the abyss as soon as we came out of that well.
If you wish to follow him, you will follow him alone.
But the lights said that this place has other planes interfering with it, which is why the labyrinth changes. They said it was extraplanar interference. Right, leader? Extraplanar interference?
Evidently, that hypothesis is correct. Now, I will, of course, help you escape your fate here, but you must gather sustenance before you die.
Where do you suggest we gather sustenance, Finn?
I know a place that has some greenery. However, there are creatures that guard it.
What manner of creature?
Creatures loyal to Baphomet.
No. Minotaurs.
We don't need to go there. We don't need food.
But I assure you, you do need food. You have to find your way outside of an extra-dimensional realm of existence. This may not have been something you've experienced before. I understand how dwarven minds often cannot comprehend.
I know what I'm talking about. I have plenty of food, and I can get us out within a day.
How much food do you have?
As much as I need.
Well, surely you couldn't have had that much in that little sack.
Don't need the sack. It's called magic.
Oh. So,
He's right.
you are a wizard then?
A Peloran wizard.
So a cleric.
Yes.
A cleric of Pelor, wandering into the abyss to bring light.
Yeah, and apparently food, which you didn't tell me about, Morgan.
I did tell you about it. I told you about it back on the ship.
Ship, you say?
Well, I forgot.
A ship.
I'm sorry, Finn. The ship sank.
It sank.
Dreythor sank it.
Well,
What kind of ship? An airship?
I mean, it was an airship, a water ship, a spaceship. My answer to that will be yes.
Interesting. So your kind has travel methods through the astral sea?
Yes.
Do you know where your ship is now?
At the bottom of an astral river. It sank.
Is that where you were trying to get to?
No. I just want to go home to Solgoth on the material plane, where my burning bodies await me.
What is the name of the world you come from?
Cale, we really shouldn't be talking to this thing.
Why? He seems perfectly nice. Finn, you're a perfectly nice guy, right?
I am a perfectly
I would
nice
like
guy.
to attempt to whisper to him what I know of these creatures.
So you're just gonna whisper in front of this guy?
Yes, I am.
Hold on, Finn. Apparently my friend has something to say.
But I suppose I should be offended by this.
He's
But
just...
is there some reason you need to converse with one another? I could leave and come back, although if I do so, you might be isolated.
I have a question before you go, if you're going to give us some privacy. Does this maze ever change in such a way as to isolate particular areas so that they cannot connect to others?
You are in the endless maze which surrounds Lyctian. Lyctian is the palace, Baphomet's lair. Surrounding the endless maze is a savage wasteland of all the brutality of nature. Rivers are not simply rivers, they are swaths of predatory creatures, constantly mawing and gnawing at one another and any who venture nearby. Jungles are not simply lush forests, so much as lush with teeth and jaws and talon that rend flesh as you travel. These are places where I would steer you clear from. However, in order for that to happen, we do require food.
I think that it sounds dangerous out there, Morgan.
It'll be more dangerous if we bring him with us.
I disagree.
Of course you would disagree.
I know where we're going.
He knows where we're going. I don't even know where we're going. Not that I like to admit that.
If I may be so bold,
You may.
you are likely to perish without my assistance.
I think we're more likely to perish with it.
I don't want to perish.
You are hurting my feelings, Morgan.
Morgan, why you gotta hurt his feelings?
I gain nothing from deceiving you.
Yeah, actually, you don't.
Actually, he
Why
does.
do you want to guide
He gets
us?
food.
I
I
do
give
not.
him food. I think Finn's going to be a good friend.
Gentlemen, tell me you are not going to come to blows over this.
I don't know. Morgan's being very rude, and I am sorry.
I would like to point out, but at this point you should know what I know of the creature, since I said I was going to tell you.
What more do you need to know? You could simply ask me. I'm standing right here.
Going.
If you wish to follow him, Cale, be my guest, but you will do so alone.
I will take one of you, if not both.
Oh my god. Magical adventures with Cale and Finn. Seriously though, that forest he's describing sounds horrible. I don't want to go there.
Well, as long as you travel with me, you will not need to.
You didn't even seem to realize what plane of existence you were on. Were you cursed to come here? Banished?
Sort of.
I would. I think I would interpose myself between Morgan and Finn and say, "You've impugned the honor of my new friend Finn. You should defend yourself." And with my back to Finn, I would be winking at Morgan.
Alright. I take a dodge action?
I think that we should roll initiative.
Let's roll an initiative then.
I got a 10. Cale got a 6 on die.
Trying to remember what I add to it. So it's a 14. If I remember my initiative right, it's at least an 8. Might be higher, but I think it's just 8 right now.
Finn got 21.
Alright, Finn goes first as I level my weapon at Morgan,
So
who
Finn,
is already armed.
what did Cale get?
14.
What did Morgan get?
10. It was 11 on the dice, but, you know, negative for initiative and all that.
Okay.
I should just cast Sanctuary instead.
So
We really need a way to communicate telepathically.
Finn is not an aggressive sort of person. He's just going to sit there for now. That means it's Cale's turn. What does Cale do?
I'm going to roll performance to make a slashing attack at Morgan that will glance off of his shield convincingly.
Okay. I'm rolling.
I would like to
What do you-
assist him since I'm, you know, trying
I
to
got
play
it.
along.
But you can't until your turn.
Alright.
So roll me a...
18 is what you rolled on the die.
Dang. Well, roll me a d20 there.
I just did. 18.
No. Oh, that was for me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I thought that was him trying to see through it.
No.
Oh, okay. Then, yeah, that's like a
21.
25 or something.
Okay.
My performance is decent, but yeah, it's in the 20s. I don't remember it offhand.
He says,
But-
Gentlemen. And Morgan, it is your turn.
As the blow glances off, putting us close to each other, I'm going to say throw.
I really hope I'm interpreting this correctly. I throw my hammer at the creature.
At the creature.
Okay. Roll.
Any chance this counts as a surprise or something?
It is a surprise attack, yes.
So do I get advantage?
Yes.
Not much better, but probably got enough. What plus does this have? 8. So 21.
You hit.
Okay. 7 points of magical slashing damage and 2 points of radiant damage.
7 and 2. Okay. He is not resistant to either of those. And he yells as the hammer strikes him and light illuminates from it. It is now his turn.
Mm-hmm.
And he shouts, "I'll help you, Cale." And he casts darkness upon the area.
I'm familiar with this spell. Not as this character, but as a player.
No, you're familiar with it as this character, remember?
Alright,
You
the
threw flame
drow.
strike into an area
Yeah,
covered in darkness.
we don't talk about that? That didn't happen.
Good times.
The best.
Oh! My face.
You okay?
I hit myself with the bottle I was holding. Because I'm laying on a bed.
Well, Hopefully your special magical dark vision will let you see through this, because I can't see anything.
Oh, fuck no. It's just regular dark vision.
I know.
It's not devil's sight.
And that brings us to... Whoopsie. Cale's turn. You are now enveloped in darkness.
Okay, I'm going to stumble my way in the direction of the demon. And I'm just going to move in a straight line until I either hit a wall or him.
Well, at the time of the darkness being cast, you know the demon was right next to you, and he cast a spell, and you did not hear him move. Do you still wish to walk toward him?
Oh, well, if I can just feel my way around him then. Like, I'd put out a hand to find him, and then work my way around to the opposite side of him.
He will not let you. He is blocking the corridor.
Oh.
Yep.
And I can't see. I don't know how this is helping.
I wonder if it has reach.
Very likely. Get us out of here, Finn. I'm gonna hug him.
Is that your action, is to hug Finn?
Yes, that is my action.
He will let you.
Yay!
Morgan, it
I'm
is
hugging a demon.
You don't know he's hugging the demon, you just hear Cale yell, "Get us out of here, Finn!"
I will throw my hammer at it again.
Okay, you do so as you are blinded, which means you have disadvantage.
Well,
I'm
then...
gonna get hit with a hammer.
So, it could have been an 18, but instead it's a 2.
Yay!
So a 10 in total.
Your hammer does not illuminate in the darkness, and it returns to your hand without making any noise. You wonder if it found purchase.
I will cast Sanctuary on myself.
Okay. That will impose disadvantage if something attacks you?
No, until the spell ends, any creature who targets the ward creature with a harmful attack or a harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell.
Okay.
This does not work against area of effect attacks.
So every attack, it says, yes?
Let me see. It says with an attack. Doesn't super specify. I'd assume it's every attack.
An attack means every attack. What is the DC for the wisdom check?
16.
Okay. At this, Cale, you feel his leg moving as he's striking at something. And,
Oh goodness.
And he shouts, "He's going after you! I can see him!" And he's going to make attacks against you, Cale.
Of course.
He's got style.
Yeah, I'll give him that. He does.
Does 25 hit you, Cale?
Yes.
Does 15?
No.
Another miss? And 25 again. So Cale, take 16 bludgeoning from one hit, and take 7 bludgeoning from the other.
Ouch. Okay.
That brings it to Cale's turn.
Well, I'm already hugging him, so do I actually have to roll an attack if I want to make a touch attack?
Well, you do have to save the verbal components for a spell, so he will be able to resist you doing the thing. However, I'll give you advantage.
Okay. Does that simply negate the disadvantage of the darkness, or do I actually have advantage?
That would negate the disadvantage of the darkness.
Okay. Then I'll need a d20 roll.
Want me to do it?
Okay.
18.
Okay. So that's a 25.
Got hits?
Could you now roll 5d10s?
Sorry.
Sorry, what?
Rolling poorly. I've rolled 4 d10s and gotten 12 so far. How many was I supposed to roll?
5.
5. Then 23. Yeah.
23 necrotic damage, Drew.
Okay. 23 necrotic damage. The creature howls in pain.
Do I have any idea if he was weak or resistant to it?
He did not appear to be resistant. He shrugs you off him after your attack. And that brings it to Morgan's.
I would like to cast a spell magic
Okay.
on the darkness.
The darkness is dispelled. You can clearly see.
You are attacking me!
Are you saying that
Yeah, was
to
it?
Finn or me?
Defend.
He was, I saw it.
He has a bladed weapon.
And a hammer.
He wouldn't use the hammer, I know him.
Morgan?
That's me in my turn since that took my action.
He actually seems confused when you say this, considering that Morgan's hammer is the opposite side of the axe he's holding and just been throwing at him this
Well,
whole
no,
time.
I said slashing when I hit him the first time, and so
Yeah.
so I've been using the axe head side. So
And that brings it to Finn's turn. And Finn is going to make 2 attacks upon you, Morgan. But he has to contend with Sanctuary, which he does not. So he's going to then attack Cale, shouting, "He's forcing me to do it with his magic!"
I mean, he's like 1/4, right?
19, Cale?
Hit me?
Yes.
That will miss.
And the second is a miss. And then with his third action, he is going to cast a spell on you, Cale.
You
And
cast a spell. What spell is he casting? Or what do I have to roll?
make a wisdom save.
A wisdom save, you say?
2.
Okay. I'm trusting you here, Derek.
You shouldn't.
I know.
Yeah, I rolled a 7.
Alright, well, you're gonna die now. That's a 14.
You have inspiration.
So that's a 14.
So, what did you get, Morgan?
What do you mean, what did I get?
You have to save 2. It's an AoE.
Oh, you had said it was against Cale.
I said, and you, Morgan.
I must have missed that. My bad. I got something considerably better than a 7.
Fuck you.
22?
Okay, you save, so you are not confused. Cale, you are confused. Now, what that means is that you can't take reactions, and must roll a d10 at the start of each of your turns to determine your behavior for that turn.
Okay.
So,
Well, I'll say I'm confused. I don't know why my new best friend is attacking me.
Cale, it is your turn. I will roll the d10, unless you wish
Okay.
to.
No.
Right. For this turn, you cannot move or take actions.
I end my turn.
Morgan, it is your turn.
Unless I'm able to save again at the end of my turn.
At the end of each of your turns, you may make a wisdom saving throw. If you succeed, the effect will end.
Okay, so Drew, please roll me a d20.
7.
It's a 14.
You are still confused.
Apparently.
Morgan.
Good die, Derek.
I think I'm gonna cast Guidance on Cale. Well, I really don't check the wording of this spell.
Or just attack the monster, I'll be fine.
No, Guidance won't help. So I will actually cast Bless, which will help. And that's my turn.
That brings Finn's turn. Finn will attack Cale 4 times. Miss. Hit. Hit. $22, will that hit?
No.
Okay. Take 15 and 7 bludgeoning.
I am going to die.
You'll be fine.
It is then Morgan's turn.
What about Cale?
Sorry. It is then Cale's turn. It is then Cale's turn.
Yeah, it's going to look very hurt up at him and say, "See? You were attacking me! I thought we were friends!" I'm going to attack him.
For this turn, you cannot move or take actions.
You're mean.
You may make your save.
And roll a d4 and add that to the save as well. Due to bless.
So please roll a d20 and a d4, Drew.
So that's 10 plus 3, 13.
So that's a 20.
You pass. You are no longer confused.
Alright.
Do you look bloody?
I get up off the floor, since apparently I was sitting there in a puddle of my own drool.
Morgan.
Any other good spells here that don't require me to make an attack because I want to keep Sanctuary up? I could heal you. I could do that. Which is a thing I could do.
So every time you've hit me, it's been a 25, huh?
Yes.
Is that like your AC exactly or something?
I mean, he hasn't asked me about any other numbers, but yes. Or at least 25 is as high as I can get my AC.
Okay. Let's see. I will cast Cure Wounds at 4th level on Cale.
That's good, considering I had like 1/4 of my HP left.
So I believe that's 48, if memory serves. It is, okay. Ah, 23 plus 27 plus my bonus. What's my bonus? You'd get 33 points of healing.
33 is decent. That gets me back to half.
That is my turn.
Okay. That brings it to its turn. It will make 2 attacks against Cale with its pincers. 21.
Miss.
$22.
Miss.
It then casts Power Word Stun at Cale. Is your HP 150 or lower?
My HP is 150 or lower.
In that case, you are stunned.
No save?
No.
That sucks.
It's a power word.
You must make a con save at the end of each of your turns. On a successful save, the stunning effect ends. While you are stunned, you are incapacitated, which means you cannot take actions nor reactions. You can't move. You can speak only falteringly. You automatically fail strength and dex saves. And attacks against you have advantage.
Yes, and because of stunned, any attack that hits is automatically a crit.
No.
Nope.
That's paralyze.
Yes. Yeah, they do not auto-crit against you.
5th edition is stupid. All of that stuff was just part of incapacitated, and they took it out of incapacitated and made it parts of other things, but then those other things still include incapacitation. It's just like, stop.
Well, if you were unconscious, which is different from being incapacitated, then they would auto-crit you.
Yes. Doesn't matter, I'm immune to crits.
That's actually a fair point.
And it is Cale's turn. You may make your save and sort of talk if you want.
No. I don't feel like talking. I will roll a con save.
Still with the additional D4 from me.
So a D20 and a D4, Drew.
6 plus 1 is 7.
Why do you suck? That's a 14.
Okay, you are still stunned.
7. Apparently is Cale's least favorite number, but most often acquired.
Morrigan.
Only when other people fucking roll for me.
Yep.
It's your turn, Morgan.
I'm gonna hit with the hammer.
Okay.
26 to hit.
Hit.
11 points of magical slashing damage.
11.
And 4 points of radiant damage.
Okay. He's not resistant.
I will use a bonus action to cast a spiritual weapon and make an attack with that.
Okay.
What? 18 to hit?
Hit.
Double checking the damage, make sure I'm rolling this correctly. 10 points of force damage.
He is not resistant.
Excuse me.
It is now Finn's turn. Finn reaches out with a dispelling action and banishes your spiritual weapon, and then makes 2 pincer attacks against Cale, while shouting, "Your magics don't work so well here."
Just because of that, I almost want to 6th level flame strike the guy. Show him just how wrong he is, but I need that for later.
I don't hear any complaint from me.
24 to hit Cale with the first.
That'll hit.
19 on the second.
That'll miss.
20 on the third.
Yes.
And the last one hits. Again, take 15 and 7 bludgeoning. However, when he does this to you with his pincer, he chooses to grapple you So if you wish to escape the grapple, you may. It is a escape with a roll with a DC of 15.
Isn't he still stunned?
Yes. He can't do it this turn. I'm saying if he wants to make the escape roll. Now, all it means is that... oh, never mind. He can't grapple you. That's weird. No, the grappler is incapacitated ends. Okay, he can grapple you. So it just means that your speed is 0.
Mm-hmm.
It is now Morgan's turn.
Google.
Since Cale's grappled, if I were to hit the creature with Flame Strike, would that hit Cale too?
No. Only if you put the borders on where Cale is. That's the abstraction of the combat system.
Okay.
I imagine it's a large creature, isn't it?
It is.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Flame Strike.
Okay, what is the save it makes?
Dexterity, DC 16.
It succeeds.
Darn. So, 11 points of fire damage.
It is resistant to that.
And... 10, 15... And 18 points of radiant damage.
It is not resistant to that. It's a total of 11 damage.
Yeah. Made the save. That kind of sucked.
And it begins laughing.
And it's
at
resistant to half of it.
you.
Half it rolled poorly.
And it is now his turn. He is going to attack Cale 4 times. $25.
Hit.
2 hits. 3 hits. And a miss. So take 15, 16, and 7 bludgeoning, please.
Gonna die.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, it's not like I have 8 HP left.
Totally.
Cale, it is your turn. You may try to shake off the... Who would you like to roll for you? Would you like to switch your rollers? Since I failed like 3 times.
Both of you suck!
Hey, remind me of Bless. Maybe I can roll better when I'm under the effects of Bless. But also, yes.
Yeah, go ahead, Derek. Try to do better this time.
I don't want to talk about it. I got an 8.
I'm not wasting the inspiration at this point because my turn is over and I'm going to die on the next round anyway.
I got an 8.
What does that give you?
15.
A 15.
That you are still under the.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It wouldn't matter even if I'd succeeded, because I don't get to act, so I can't heal myself. I can't break free of the grapple. I just die. So it doesn't matter. I have 8 HP.
Morgan,
He gets to attack me 4 times, so his first attack will knock me into bleeding out, and his next 3 attacks will fail my 3 saving throws, and I'll die.
I will...
I'm dead. It's done. It's over. Don't worry about it.
Morgan, your turn.
Heal Cale, protect Cale, and hit the thing. What to do? If I let him go... If I had a way to down you and then heal you, I might be able to get rid of the effect. But I don't think I do. So... I will cast Sanctuary on Cale. And then...
Can you cast that on someone other than yourself?
Yeah, it's range 30 feet.
Okay. You cast Sanctuary on Cale. Now, does that end when you attack?
No, it ends when the target creature attacks, or casts a spell that affects a enemy.
Then it is... That's a bonus action.
Yeah.
So you still have your action, Morgan.
Yep. And
Well played.
I can't use a spell to attack it, so I will just use my hammer again.
Okay.
Um, 18 to hit.
That will hit.
9 points of magical slashing damage. 4 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
I'm also going to move to right. Well,
He's now bloodied.
alright, that's my turn.
Finn says, I'm not going to kill you. I'm going to starve you and watch you fight each other to the death over scraps.
He literally can't. It's not a thing he can do.
Why can't he?
Because I have a spell called Create Food and Water.
Yeah. You can still tie your hands up and you can't cast it.
I have other spells that don't require my hands. I can fix that problem.
I know you think you're invincible, but you're not.
I know I'm not invincible. He can very much eat us, but starving us isn't going to work very well.
Let him think it.
I
am. 21 pincer to hit Cale.
Does he make the wisdom saving throw?
21.
Oh, wait. Sorry, wisdom save. He fails. He has to do that to you, Morgan.
Is it still a 21, or are you re-rolling it?
It's still a 21.
And it's a hit.
Too bad, too. A 21 would have missed me, which is really hilarious considering he's holding me.
And then he's going to make another attack against you, Morgan.
I didn't hear the damage of the first one.
I didn't roll it yet. 23 to hit Morgan.
That's also a hit.
$17 bludgeoning on the first.
Yikes.
and 20 bludgeoning on the second.
Yowzers.
Morgan, you are grappled. He lets Cale go. And then he dispels magic on Cale.
Alright, so he lost his bless and his sanctuary.
Does that mean I'm not stunned anymore? Since power word stun was creating that effect?
That's a good point. He will have to roll to see if he can undo power word stun.
This very well may kill us. It will make us.
I mean, I wasn't really able to fight.
Yeah.
These are very intelligent enemies. The Glabrezu. So that's...
I mean, I really wasn't able to fight because the guys were really sucking on those rolls. Like, holy shit.
Yes, you got screwed by the rolls. He does not dispel power word stun.
Of course he doesn't. Why would he?
For the record, I tried to help. I gave you a bonus.
Then why'd you roll a 6?
He did that intentionally to annoy Cale.
I know.
It is your turn, Cale. Who would you like to make your roll?
Drew, roll me a d20.
16.
That's a 23.
You are no longer stunned.
Oh good, I get to see my death coming.
Morgan.
While grappled, what can I do?
You can do anything. You just have a move speed of 0.
Okay.
You can also take an action to try to break free of the grapple with the escape action.
I'm going to cast... Well, not cast. I'm going to use my Channel Divinity and get us some hit points.
Okay.
Now, let me double check, make sure I have the proper amount in my head. It's... Okay. We both regain 30 hit points. And then I will cast a spell, Mass Healing Word. Or actually, yeah. No. Mass Cure Wounds.
Is that a bonus action?
Oh, wait, no. Right. That's why I was having to Healing Word. So, Mass Healing Word. Man, that spell's not good. Never mind. Let's see if I have anything better. Because that's not going to help much right now. That'll just be my turn then.
Okay. Finn is going to attack Cale. 19 on the first.
Will miss.
21 on the second.
Will miss.
22 on the third.
Will miss.
And he misses his fourth.
Holy shit.
Cale, it is your turn.
There's been one benefit throughout this whole fight, and that's that I haven't had a chance to move the bonuses from my sword, and I put them all in defense at the beginning.
Indeed.
And I've had 23 AC this whole time. Thank goodness for that.
You know,
prone. Right, you said he put me down and then dispelled me, so I assume I'm laying on the ground.
well, you're not prone, but yeah, you can stand. He just dropped you.
Oh, okay. Okay. I am debating between simply attacking him or commanding him to grovel first. Or I could drop my whole lay on hands pool on myself at once. Oh, that seems like a fun idea, though. Yeah. We're gonna drop lay on hands on myself.
Okay.
So I'm going to stand before him and suddenly heal to like 80% of my HP. Yeah.
As your wounds close before his eyes, he actually seems a little afraid.
I'm going to smirk up at him and say, and now it's my turn.
Morgan, go.
I would like to try and break free of the... Well, no, because hitting him... Well, I don't want to get carried away with him, though, either. That would be bad. If he starts deciding to run.
What?
Part of my thought process has come out of my mouth. That is what is happening at this exact moment. Yeah, I'm gonna try and break free the grapple.
He put you down. You're not grappled.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
I
When he attacked Gil, he dropped you.
didn't know that. Okay.
I thought he was just swinging Morgan at me, which would have been funny.
Then, I'm going to cast Heal on myself. Well, no, not hard enough for that. That's not a spell I want to drop if I don't have to. Instead, I will just hit it. 19 to hit.
19 will, in fact, hit.
4 points of magical slashing. 2 points of radiant.
4 and 2.
No. It was 9 and 2.
9 and 2.
If I said 4, sorry.
Next is him. He will, this time, switch his targets to Morgan and attack Morgan 4 times. 24. Morgan?
Yep, that'll hit.
That'll hit him.
21.
Still a hit.
Miss and miss. Kindly take. My guy disappeared. There it is. Uh, 20 and 11 bludgeoning damage.
Yikes.
And then it is Cale's turn.
I'm going to crack my neck once to either side and bring up the sword in both hands. Say, after the cured meat I gave you. And then I'd like to roll a melee attack against him.
Did you change the stats of your sword?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go to 21 AC and +2 on the sword.
Okay.
Someone roll a d20.
Got it.
Oh, you got it.
I rolled a 19.
Okay.
That hits.
Yeah, because it's +9, so it's 28.
It will hit.
Okay.
Are you
I'm going to need somebody to roll 2d4s, and let's pull one of these, because I'm feeling sassy. So 2d4s and then 3d8s. I'm sorry, 4d8s.
I'll take care of the d4s.
I'll do the d8s, I suppose. Are you sure it's full? Like, are you remembering your innate?
Yeah, that's why it went up. I'm only using a second level spell slot, which is 3d8 for a regular smite, and then I get an extra 1d8 for my improved divine smite. So that's why it's 4d8. Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 11.
The d4s came up with a 6.
Okay.
19 on the d8s.
Okay. Alright, so with 6 from the d4s, +2, +6, it's 14 magical slashing damage and 19 radiant damage.
That hurt.
And I get another attack.
Yes, you do.
Would you like me to roll it?
Go ahead.
You do not want me to roll it. It's a 3 on die.
So that's a 12 against his AC.
That will miss. I like how Cale is just getting more and more angry at Morgan, though, every time he misses an attack.
Maybe Drew should roll the next one. I apologize for my crappy dice rolling skills.
The radiant strike against him cuts deep, and blood spurts across the walls and floor. And it is Morgan's turn.
Alright. This could be a terrible idea. I'm gonna hit it. 19 to hit.
Hit.
Seven points of magical slashing. 4 points of radiant damage. Right?
4.
Yeah, 4.
Still alive.
My radiant damage is always 4. It has yet to roll anything else. Seriously, that's all it is.
He will attack you again, Morgan. Miss.
Thank goodness.
Miss.
Thank goodness.
19.
Miss.
And last one hits, takes 7 bludgeoning damage.
Not nearly as bad as it could have been.
The last one is his weakest hit.
Cale, your turn.
I'm going to roll melee attacks against him, Drew.
Okay.
It appears I've been fired.
You're fired again.
With good reason.
Drew, would you roll me a d20, please?
Okay. 12.
Okay, that's a 19 to hit. I'm sorry, that's a 21 to hit, whatever.
That will hit.
Alright. 2d4 and 3d8s, please.
15 on the d8s. 3 on the d4.
Okay. 11 magical slashing damage, 15 radiant damage.
Your cut slays the beast. You rip the front of his throat open and stab
I go searching for my cured meat.
It coughs on, chokes on its own bile and blood, and is no more.
I trusted you, Finn. And you betrayed me.
Well, that sucked.
Yeah! Yeah, it did.
That took almost all of my spell slots that I had left.
The ironic thing is that's only a CR9 creature.
Yeah, but bad rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's only 2 of us, one of which was already bloody when the fight started.
Yeah,
You already bloody?
Yeah, I was at like 40-something hit points.
Oh. I was at like 60% HP when we started. I was just above bloody. And then he beat the shit out of me while I was, incapacitated.
I tried to help. I cast Bless. That's about all I can do for that. I have nothing that removes incapacitated. I looked.
Alright, leader. Gather your people. We need to keep moving. There's only going to be more like that if we stay here.
Do you require a rest?
I honestly won't benefit from an hour, but I'm worried that our enemies will encroach upon us again if we take that time.
Indeed.
That is possible. However, I will state our experience with this place is that only occurs 1 in 10 times.
Leader, have you had this place ever change while one of your own was inside?
Yes. Many times.
Interesting. If we wait here for an hour, the labyrinth could shift on us again, but that could end up being beneficial.
It could.
If it happens to bring us closer to the end, or rearrange in a way that makes it easier to find our way through.
It would allow me to gain some of my fighting strength.
It is possible. Our assessment of scouting this place and navigating through it once was that the maze tests your mind as opposed to your physical location.
Repeat that one more time.
The maze tests your mind. It is not linked to physical locations. It is a test of memory.
I think I understand. Fine. If you want to rest, Morgan, we will rest, and then we will try again. I will pace and stand watch.
Morgan casts Melted Stone, says, fuck you all, and then takes a long rest.
I mean, I totally could, because I do have that spell prepared. Alright, so short rest. I'll use my other channel divinity to peel myself back to bloodied before the long rest. Oh, not long rest, short rest is over.
Let me check one thing for my work. I have to place a phone call. Take a 5-minute bio break.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll me some hit die.
Okay.
5, 5, 2, let's see, 10, 16, 21. I'll get back in decent shape without using up all my hit dice. About 75% of my HP. I think I'll leave it there and go grab a drink.
Be right back. Oh, yeah.
I'm back. Welcome back.